Hello, darkness, my old friend. I've come to talk with you again, because a vision softly creeping left its seeds while I was sleeping, and the vision that was planted in my brain still remains within the sound of silence.
The top 4 causes of stress are biological, psychological, mental health, and social. Now, for social, of course, us as students, we should know that school plays a major role in our stress. We stress about classes, due dates, tests, and studying. Biological, many times is physical health being, disabilities. From the mental health, I think that a lot of times our past and our family relations have a lot to do with that. And for the psychological aspect of it, it's a self-esteem, of course, for many teenagers and young adults. And as for young adults and middle-aged adults, social skills play a major role in their lives. There are actually two kinds of stressors. The first one being distress, which occurs when people experience unpleasant stressors, and the second one being eustress, and that is the optimal amount of stress that people need to promote health and well-being. The difference between eustress and distress is as follows. So eustress is the motivation and it focuses energy. It is short termed, is perceived as within our coping abilities. You feel excited whenever or whatever it is you're going to do, and it improves your performance. One good example of eustress is a new job promotion. So, with obviously a new job promotion comes new responsibilities, and that brings on stress, but it is a good kind because you are getting rewarded for your good job. Now, distress is a negative stress. It causes anxiety or concern, can be short or long term, is perceived as outside of our coping abilities. It feels unpleasant, decreases performance, and can lead to mental and physical problems. Now, this is a type of stress that one can see when you have too many assignments due, when you left your video project for the last week.
I just got my first period. It's gonna be in tomorrow's paper tomorrow. Place of birth, New York, New York. Frank, the crazy kid is going to your yard. Bobby, get off the roof. If you're up there with that cape again, so help me. Why would you want that? What the? Wanna come in? For a
I need somebody help, not just anybody. You know I need someone. When I was younger, so much younger than today, I never needed anybody's help in any way. Now these days are gone, I'm not so self-assured. Now I find I've changed.
Psychological stress refers to the emotional and psychological reactions experienced within oneself in which your coping mechanism is of little or no help at all. Some psychological stressors may include a divorce, a death of a loved one, abuse, health problems, and financial crisis. Now, psychological stress comes with the following symptoms. It includes a depression or general unhappiness, anxiety and agitation, moodiness, irritability or anger, feeling overwhelmed, loneliness and isolation, and other mental or emotional health problems. This clip is from the movie 500 Days of Summer, and if you have not watched this movie, it is a great movie. And not only that, you can clearly see psychological stress in action. You can see psychological stressors. Now, the main character, Tom, he has this idea about being with Summer. He claims she is the one, she is his soulmate. He thinks that because they share a lot of interest, she must love him and they must be together. Now, they do end up getting involved in doing a lot of things that couples would do, but she always she always lets him know that they are just friends. Now, this really plays into his depression, his mood swings, his overwhelmness, because he wants to be more than friends with her, but he knows that that is not how she sees things. But on the other hand, he wants it to be more. The top two factors in creating stressful living conditions are poverty and job stress. Living in poverty is stressful, of course, because you don't know when you're going to be able to afford something. You don't know if you're going to be able to make ends meet. And obviously, it gets worse if you have dependents, such as children or elderly people. And job stress creates a lot of problems at home because many people do not know how to separate the job from the home, and they may end up taking out all that anger or frustration out on the people at home. Now, burnout happens when all of the negative changes in thoughts, emotions, and behavior are a result of prolonged stress or frustration.
Stress isn't a decision, but how you deal with it certainly is. Today, we're going to show you how you can be a master of a stressful situation at work with one effective exercise. According to a poll conducted by CareerBuilder, 50% of workers reported that they feel a great deal of stress on the job. But what causes workplace stress? Are you getting stuck with too much work piling up on your desk? Do you need to have it all done in 5 minutes? Maybe you're getting criticized constantly and never praised. You know, it also happens when your job's too easy and you're just simply not challenged or inspired. Stress comes from all sides. A stressful work environment can have a significant impact on your health. The American Heart Association found that people who reported experiencing job-related stress had blood pressure that tested 10% higher than those who did not experience job stress. The study also found that people who were stressed maintained their high blood pressure even after they got home, while those non-stress participants, well, their blood pressure dropped right when they left the office. The British Medical Journal did a 15-year study on workplace stress, and they found that people who reported being overworked and unable to meet deadlines were twice as likely to get type 2 diabetes than those who felt they were able to meet the.
It is important to have social support in the sense that if you're dealing with stress or any problem at all, it is important for you to be able to have someone that you are able to talk with complete confidence, and that you know that they will be there for you and they will be there to listen to you. It is essentially important that young adults and teens do this because oftentimes stress leads to depression. And of course, with depression comes more mental health issues. And unfortunately, many times some teenagers and young adults and even adults think that suicide is the only answer out of their problems.